Hi, it's Gary from Plant-Based San Francisco. We're gonna make some daikon radish cakes in the Instant Pot. No oil, no salt, no sugar. It's gonna be a really good recipe, and I'll see you with my peeler and the daikon in just a minute. Welcome back. All right, we're just gonna give this a little peel, and I'll come back when we're done peeling it. I'm gonna cut this in half and then to the food processor. We're gonna start with the large shred disc, and then we'll move on to the small shred. So this lid goes on, and then we're ready. We'll be back once they're shredded. Okay, now we're all shredded. We're gonna start squeezing. We're gonna start squeezing out the liquid until we get these little dry bits. I'll be right back once it's all squeezed out. Just cutting some green onion to flavor this. And we'll put some fresh green onion in after this sautés. I think the scissors works best for this part. All right, good. I added half a cup of cooked adzuki beans that we're gonna start sauteing this stuff in the Instant Pot for a few minutes. That's 1 tablespoon of amla powder, and we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. We'll do a 2nd tablespoon of garlic powder just to give it a little more flavor, and then a teaspoon of turmeric and a teaspoon of ginger. And if you can't have pepper because of histamine, the ginger is a nice accompaniment to the turmeric. All right, that's good. And we'll put 1.5 tablespoons of dried mint in there. This will be the base of our flavors. I'm going to use some aquafaba. The spices smell really good in the Instant Pot. All right, so there's our aquafaba and all of our spices all nicely consolidated. There goes our carrots and green onions and adzuki beans. We're gonna let these saute for a few minutes. Ooh, raise your hand if you just dropped your phone. All right, but it didn't go in the Instant Pot, so that's great. So I'm just gonna give these a stir and let these get all marinated in all the spices. This is gonna be part of our filling for our daikon cake. And then after this gets going for a couple minutes, we'll toss in the daikon. Okay, there went in all the shredded daikon, and I'm just gonna keep stirring this for a few minutes until it's sweated some of its moisture off, and we'll get the dry ingredients ready. There's our 1/3 of a cup. That's gonna go in first. That's a heaping half cup of oat flour going in. The tapioca starch already went in. We're gonna give that a stir. I'm gonna go for probably another half cup of the oat flour. Add 2 teaspoons of this. Okay. Get some more green onions and just throw them in on top now that the heat is off. Okay, so I might have been recording on slow-mo, so I apologize for that. I had 2 teaspoons of no salt baking soda, or sorry, baking powder, and half a cap of apple cider vinegar went in, and then I added some more of the green onion chopped on top, and we're going to give it a good mix now. I'm going to grab the pan and we'll start loading in the pan. Okay, now I've got the kettle going, which you can probably hear in the background, and I'm going to take our warm mixture and add it to this round silicone mold. Obviously, if you had a rectangular tray, that would be better, but for the Instant Pot, round seems to be the only way to go. So we're gonna add all of this in and get it nice and smooth, and then we're gonna put some parchment paper over the top of this to keep moisture from getting to it while it cooks. All right, so I'm into the pan. I'm gonna deglaze with half cup of white vinegar, and then 1.5 cups of filtered water. I'm going to put some parchment paper over this so that the steam doesn't get in there. Then this guy is going to go into this basket. This guy slides into this basket. If I was smart, I would have put a streamer of parchment paper underneath there, because I remember it's hard to get this basket out once I do this part, but I forgot. So this is going to go into the Instant Pot for 32 minutes because 22 minutes isn't enough. Okay, that's in the Instant Pot, and we're just going to put the lid on now. That's set to sealing on this old Instant Pot, and then I gotta break out my new Instant Pot one of these days, and then I'm gonna go pressure cook, and we're gonna go to 32 minutes, and then we'll be back in 32 minutes once this comes to pressure. We'll see you then. The Instant Pot just came up to pressure, so we're gonna let it cook and then naturally release. See you in about an hour. It's been naturally releasing for 19 minutes, and we'll let it go for 10 more minutes until all the steam is released. But I'm going to turn it off so that it's not heating up anymore. We're going to turn it off and we're going to let it rest for 10 more minutes and vent its less of steam. Then we'll open it up. Sounds good. Okay, this was in the fridge overnight. And there's our beautiful Daikon cake. I'm going to cut off one of these rounded edges. It broke up a little bit, but it looks really nice. And I'm going to heat this up in the microwave for a minute. I'll be right back. This cake lost a little form when I took it out of the pan, but it tastes really nice. I'm going to add some quinoa to this and have it for breakfast. Very nice. I'll try to post the recipe below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. And Like and subscribe if you've watched this far. All right, see you soon. Bye. Good morning, it's Gary. This is some of the Daikon cake. It was my breakfast this morning, and it's really nice. And I actually took it out of the round pan that it cooked in and transferred it with some extra flax and other kind of things that I'll list that help try to thicken it. And then I put it in the quarter cup baking bar pan, silicone, and then baked it for about 25 minutes at 350 and then another 25 minutes at 240, just to try to take some of the moisture out of it. And I'm just going to taste it. Oh, it's really good. The carrot gives it some sweetness, and the garlic and the onion give it some really nice kick. Have a
Please
wonderful
check out
day,
my
everyone.
video for apple pie oatmeal.